Everybody, it is morning in Saudi Arabia. What we do here. Everyone, we quickly do this. No, it's getting late in the US right now, so I'm going to quickly do this one here. I hope everyone is well. In the US, it is quite early here, around 5 something. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. For joining. Welcome. Just bear with me as you come in. As you come in, hey Remy, welcome. Can you please share on your social media platforms, please? Please share. I appreciate that. Thank you. Share, share, share. One of my girlfriends say sharing is caring, so please share. All right. I think I am okay now. I think I'm okay. So, good morning out here in Saudi Arabia. Let's do this again. Okay. All right. Let's invite some folks here. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me today. Let me quickly get on Periscope, and then I'll be ready. I'll be ready to roll. I shall. Yes. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Not that. Hey, welcome everybody. Let's see. All right. So. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I know it's late out there, so I'm trying to do some things before I go to work this morning. So thank you. I appreciate that. Please do share it for me. Thank you. Hey, good morning. Yeah, I know, it's morning here, right? So thank you all. Oh my God, what did I do here? All right, so for those who are in the Middle East, well, good morning to you. It is quite early out here. So we're getting ready to go to work. Fortune Online, welcome. Andrea, welcome. Thank you. Please, can you just share it? Can you post it? Can you invite your followers, please? If you are on Periscope, please invite your followers. I appreciate that. Tweet this out for me. I do appreciate that. I know that in the US right now, you guys are just getting ready to sleep. It's 8:30 Central Time and 9:30, I think, Eastern Time. But it's around 5:30 here. We're getting ready to go to work here. So yesterday in Saudi Arabia, I experienced something that I never experienced before, right? And that is sandstorm. I experienced New Beginning, welcome. I experienced sandstorm in Saudi Arabia. It was interesting because we woke up in the morning, right? Everybody in their abayas, we're getting ready to run, we're ready to rush out. And I opened the door, and oh my God, the sand that came into my eyes. And first of all, a day before I came back from work and I get into my apartment, my furniture, everything is packed with, sand, the floor, my kitchen. Oh my God, it was just packed with sand. And I'm like, I'm in my apartment. So, working hard, you got home and you just want to lay down and rest. You could not rest because your furniture, your table, your TV, kitchen, floor, everything is packed. Hey, Queen Remy, is packed with sand. Yes, oh my goodness, indeed. So I'm sitting here saying, oh my God, I'm in my apartment and there's sand in my apartment. Now, I cleaned up, but I still have not cleaned up. So I still have not really cleaned up the way I'm supposed to clean up. So today and tomorrow when we're done, I need to go through this apartment and let it rip. Seriously, let it rip. Thank you for inviting your followers. And so then, yesterday morning, I said, okay, it's in the apartment. So I go out, get ready for the driver, open that door. Oh my goodness, the wind that hit me in my face with sand. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. You hear me? It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. And I said, oh my God, this is what they call sandstorm. So in the US, we have snowstorm In the Middle East, they have sandstorm. So the schools were closed for students. That's another thing to talk about, maybe some other time, right? So a lot of the colleges were completely closed. I mean, just shut down. And the students, yeah, the schools were closed for the students. But like I said, there's a story behind that. Yes, Andrea, yes, Edith. It was like, oh my goodness. So it was quite interesting. Let me just put it that way. It was interesting. It was so interesting. I didn't even think to take pictures. That was how interesting it was. It was so interesting. I didn't even think. I didn't have the time to take picture. But the good news is one of the girls in my team took a picture. So at some point, I'm going to share the picture on Instagram and share it. It was just, it was interesting. So for those who do not know me, my name is Dr. Princess Funmi Nkok. I teach, I teach, I coach, whatever you want to call it. I speak, I write and make movies, right? And many people across the social media know me as your life strategist and of course your number one global vision midwife. Hello, Edith. And what I do on my podcast, on podcast, across the social media is to help you to get your life. And how many of you know that getting your life right is also getting your business, is getting who you are, is getting your relationship, is all of these are tied up, right? If you don't have healthy relationship, it's going to affect your business, it's going to ultimately affect your home, it's going to ultimately affect your health. So it's important for you, for me as your life strategist, to help you see other things about your life that is significant before you start thinking about that business, before you start thinking about, that career of yours. There are certain things in our lives that we must really, absolutely take a look at, right? I know that many people that come on my broadcast are religious people, right? They're believers. Some of them are believers, some of them are Muslim, or whatever it is your faith is. It is important that you understand that for you to move from where you are to where you ought to be, there are just some certain things that you have to put on the foundation of your life. And so often people write to me, they ask me this question and they say, but how do I put a pause on my passion? How do I see what my passion is? Even once I found out what my passion is, how do I make things happen for myself? Never mind, I'm dressed like this because I'm getting ready to go out there and I have to be on my abaya. I have to have my abaya. Do you all like this abaya? This abaya was given to me by my mom. My mom gave me this abaya. So it was as if she knew I was going to be in Saudi Arabia. She had already had this abaya in her hand. She had this abaya for several years, but she never wore it. So she gave this to me. Yeah, it's very pretty, right? Thank you. With the scarf and everything, very pretty. So it was quite appropriate when I went home to Africa a few months ago. She was like, oh, wait a minute, I think I have an abaya. And so she ran into and she gave me and she gave me an abaya. So that was cool. That was really cool. So as I was saying, your passion, right? Your passion is enveloped in who you are. Yes, Andrea, thank you. Right? Your passion is enveloped in who you are. Let me say that again. Your passion is enveloped in who you are. Hey, Kuwait, welcome, Adil, welcome, Jill, welcome. Your passion is enveloped, right? And so when you're trying to find your passion, when you're trying to really make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, you have to look in the core of who you are, right? What makes you tick? What makes you happy? When you're doing a certain thing, how do you feel when you're doing it? For me, when I'm writing, I'm in my element. I love to write. When I do not write, right? When I do not write, I'm not happy. Thank you for the super heart. Thank you. When I do not write, I'm not happy, right? When I'm not speaking, I'm not my best when I'm not speaking. But when I'm speaking, right? When I'm so, yeah, in who you are, absolutely. When I'm speaking, I'm in my element. When I'm teaching, I believe I'm in my element. When I'm writing, oh my God, I'm absolutely in my element. And so for me, I understand that those three things are enveloped inside of me. I understand that when I'm not doing those three things, right? When I'm not doing it, then I know I'm not aligned. Oh, somebody needs to hear me this. You need to hear me tonight or this morning. You need to hear me. You need to hear me. So if you are on my broadcast right now and you want to check to make sure that you are doing what you are supposed to do, these are the things, these are the questions that you ask yourself. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, whatever it is that you're doing right now, are you deriving pleasure in it? Or are you deriving pain? Thank you for inviting your followers. Are you deriving pleasure or are you deriving pain? You have to ask yourself that question. If you are deriving pain, then you need to really sit down and say, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Or is this just what I want to do? See, there's a difference in what we want to do and what we're supposed to be doing. There's nothing wrong with doing what we want to do when you have already done what you're supposed to be doing, right? So that when you are already doing what you're supposed to be doing, and if you desire to do something, you want to do something, that's just like a hobby. That's just like that's an extra nugget. You can either make money off of it or you don't. It's fine. So that is important for us because time is a valuable commodity, right? Time, right? Michael Connolly, right? Always say that time is a valuable commodity. And because it's a valuable commodity, you have to learn to master your time, right? Well, on this platform, we're learning to master our millions, master a lot of things. So you need to learn how to master your time too. Time is a valuable commodity. You cannot afford to be wasting time in any kind of way, right? You can afford to be wasting time like that. And because you can't afford to be wasting time, it's important for you to understand that the things that you have to do must become a priority for you, right? And so once you figure out that your passion is enveloped in who you are, once you figure that out, then it's easy for you to now say, oh my God, whatever I'm doing right now, is it enveloped in who I am? This is a bam bam pow moment for somebody right there. This is a crack the code moment for somebody right here. If you're watching via way of Facebook, if you're watching on Periscope, this is a valuable thing for you. That's right. Time is valuable. Master it. And so because you know that you don't have that much time, right? For somebody like me who's over 50 years old, I don't have the time to start trying to say, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, I need to do what I need to be doing, what I'm supposed to be doing. And for me to know what I'm supposed to be doing, it has to be in the core of who I am. I'm a nurse practitioner by profession, right? I'm a mental health psych expert, right? I'm a writer. All of these are linked so that when I write from the passion of who I am, which is the core of who I am is a nurse practitioner, somebody that nurses people. And if I know that I'm somebody that nurses people, it doesn't really matter what career I end up in, because the bottom line, the core of who I am is I love to nurse people. And that's why I'm called the vision midwife. I love to nurse people. So I could be an attorney nursing my client. I could be a doctor nursing my client. I could be a writer nursing my clients. I could be a business strategist nursing my clients. The core of who I am is I nurse people to health, right? I nurse people to health, in health, in money, right? And personal growth. So, my question to you right now, as you watch this, via replay or whatever, who are you in the core of who you are? Who are you in the core of who you are? Right? And so, a lot of times, we get so boggled down and we lose track and focus because we're focused on what envelopes who we are. We're focused on that thing that envelopes who we are, rather than focus on the core of who we are, right? And so we begin to think about, oh, yes, I have to do this in writing. I have to write a book. Everybody's writing a book now. And the truth is, not everybody is called to write a book. It is pathetic when you see it out there. Everybody is writing a book. And some people, the book is making them lose traction. The book is digressing them into another path. The book at times is distracting them because that is not what they are meant to be doing. And because everybody is telling you, you got to have a book, then people are getting sidetracked. There are some of us that are brilliant at just speaking, right? Yeah, it's true, right? Because I help people to write books, but I'm not going to sit here and lie because I want to help you to write your book, then tell you have to write a book. Now, right? Andrea, you know what I'm talking about? Andrea, know what I'm talking about. If you're not ready to write a book, I will tell you right there. Maybe you need to hold off on that. Maybe the time is not now for you to write the book. I'm not one of those that will tell you, you have to, and then you write it, there's nothing going on. You have to understand the core of who you are. There are some people on the face of this earth that they're called to be speakers. When they get on their platform, they're masterful, they're skillful at what they do. That, I mean, when they get up there, you just enabled by who they are, like, wow, look at how they're speaking, because that's what they're called to do. Right, Andrea? That's what they're called to do. Now, down the road, they might end up writing a book, right? Because they have mastered and dominated that area of speaking. Now they can write, they can package that book and make it something that somebody wants to buy. Right? That somebody wants to buy. You have many people that do not have a platform. They don't have a platform. And yet everybody is saying, write a book, write a book, write a book. And there's no platform. Absolutely no platform. They can't even get one person to come on their platform. And yet everybody's saying write a book. So you write that book and the book is sitting on Amazon, right? Or even you come to me and I say to you, yes, it's good to write a book, but it's not time to write it. But yet you want to go write it. Then you write the book and you're looking like, right? We have to start understanding the core of who we are. With me, I'm telling you what I am doing for my life this year. Because last year I was into some things, right? I was into some things. And I know that last year was a year of God telling me to grow his people. And now he's shifting me. And as a result of growing a word ministry, as a result of coming on broadcast and growing his people, I literally have, I have so many topics now that if I start to write this book in the next 20 years, I have enough topics to write in the next 20 years. And I'm not exaggerating, people. I have enough topics to write because that is the master of who I am. That's the core. I'm a master storyteller, and I'm not ashamed to say, stay in your lane. That's right, Andrea. Stay in your lane. Some of us right now, we're called to be business strategists. But we're not necessarily called right now to write a book on that because we do not have a platform yet. We don't have a platform for that book. We don't have a platform to carry that book. So that even though we are saying to you, write a book, right? You also have to look at it in this way. That, okay, I'm writing a book. Who is going to buy the book, right? If you just came on Periscope last night, right? Yes, Andrea, isn't that something? Did you see that? Look, Andrea, that little group that you saw is just one of it. There is another one on that sister tribe that is just like slow. This is how you know your brilliance. This is how you know your brilliance. So today, what am I saying to you? If you're watching this on Periscope, their way of replay, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, I want you to understand this, that your passion is worth millions. Your passion, your vision in life, your mission in life is worth millions. So that little, thank you for the hearts, that little million that you're looking for all over the town, maybe it's time for you to settle down and look inside of you and understand your core, the core value of who God has called you to be. Who has God called you to be? What are you supposed to be doing? Thanks, thank you for the super heart. I appreciate that. Hey, King Me, welcome. Right, Andrea? I told you, right? Didn't I tell you? Yeah. So it's important for you right now, as you're watching me, and we're saying that your passion is worth million, right? You need to understand the core of who you are. Number one, understand the core of who you are. When you close your eyes this morning in Saudi Arabia, or tonight in America, wherever you are on any part of the world, when you close your eyes and you say to yourself, who is the core of who I am? What is in my core? What do I love to do that I know that I cannot? If I'm able to do it, if I could soar today, if I could do anything today, what would it be? Not what I want to do, but what I know to do. What I know to do. And so for me, is writing. Everything else is anchored on that writing. Right? So for you, quit focusing on the what do you call it? On the vehicle. Get your eyes off of the vehicle and get your eyes into what is in the vehicle, what is supposed to be in the vehicle. You can be a doctor, it doesn't matter. It could be you can be a writer, it doesn't matter. You can be a business strategist, a personal development guru. It doesn't mean all those are just vehicles. They are just vehicles. But who you are is inside of you. Who you are is the core of who you are. You can be a writer. All those things are vehicle. For me, I'm a nurse by nature. I nurse people to help. I nurse their finances to help. I help them nurse their personal growth to help. This is who I am. I'm a nurse. And so it's not by accident that I'm actually a nurse, a psych nurse practitioner. That's not by accident, because that is the core of who I am. The core of who I am is not a nurse, because a nurse, right, a nurse practitioner, that's just the vehicle. But the core of who I am is I'm somebody that loves to care for people. Thank you, Andrea. I love to care for people, right? And because I love to care for people, that is the core of who I am. So when you're trying to find your passion, when you are trying to understand what your millions are, look at the core of who you are. Look at the core of who you are. Not the vehicle, but the core of who you are. And so if you are somebody that know that you're called to care for somebody, it doesn't matter the vehicle. You can literally pick any vehicle and you will excel at it. Can I say that again? You can, thank you for the hearts. You can literally pick any vehicle and you will excel at it. But the problem is we are focusing on the vehicle rather than what's inside the vehicle. Thank you, Andrea. And Birth People's Visions too, thank you. Right? We're focusing, so get your eyes. So today, I want to encourage you to get your eyes off of the vehicle and begin to focus on what's inside the vehicle. Begin to focus on the core of who you are, right? Begin to focus on inside, what's inside. Deborah, welcome. What's inside of that vehicle. And this is where your passion plan comes in, right? Last night, I spoke on your passion plan, the importance of being able to write your passion plan, the importance of having clarity about your passion. And let me say this. I've seen people say, oh, I know my passion now, so I don't need passion plan. That is foolishness. That is absolute foolishness. Because here's the thing, the fact that you think you know your passion even means that you need to now write that plan and really make it plain and make it clear to yourself and make it clear to other people, so that when they come at you, they already know what you're about, right? When people come to me, they know what I'm about. So they don't come to me for something else that I don't do. People don't come to me and say, oh, Dr. Princess Fumi, can you help me build the house? They don't come to me for that. People don't come to me and say, oh, Dr. Princess Fumi, can you help me buy a car? They don't, because that's not my area of brilliance. My area of brilliance is not in sales, helping you to buy a car, helping you to build a house, right? This is what your passion plan helps you to do. It helps you to gain clarity, right? And so with me, even ever so often when I feel like going another way, what brings me back is my passion plan. And the questions I continuously ask myself, what is your area of brilliance? Vision. Okay, Princess, stick with that. Thank you, Andrea. Stick with your area of brilliance now. Stay in that area of brilliance. Don't be veering off, don't be doing nothing. Just stay in that area of brilliance. All right. Passion Plan rocks. If you have not gotten a chance to watch the trailer on Passion Plan, I want you to go to bit.ly/Passion Plan rocks, because I'm telling you right now, it really does rock. Last night, hey, how are you, my dear? I was watching it. I was like, wow, I didn't even remember taping half of what I was watching. I was like, oh my heavens. Hey, how are you? Was I really doing this? Right? Go to bit.ly, bit.ly/Passion Plan rocks. Good morning, my dear. Good morning. Passion Plan rocks. And Passion Plan rocks, it's on that storytellerbistro.com, and it's really going to bless you. It's going to literally change your perspective about life. And here's the thing, I think it's like 50% discount right now. So you can really get it at an incredible discount right now. And you have it for life. Going back, everything that you do, every project that comes to you, you can always go back and use this to say, oh my God, okay, maybe I'm not ready for this yet, or maybe I'm ready. Because many of us have plans in our head. We have all these ideas. And until we drop that idea on the paper, in our head, everything looks good, right? And the thing is, oh, thank you, Andrea. I'm telling you, I was like, wow, boy, Lord have mercy. I was on fire. That's right. I was on fire taping that masterclass. Right? But God allows me to be on fire, because I wasn't on fire for myself, but I was on fire for God. And God allows me. He drops things. Even some of my team in London, when they said they were working on it, many of them said they got so carried away, and they literally have to keep telling themselves, wait a minute now, let me come back to do what I need to do. Let me come back to do this job, because they were so carried away just watching and listening to it. This is all for you. 50% discount on Passion Plan. I'm telling you, it will save you from a lot of headache. It will save you from a lot. Welcome, first time and next welcome. It will save you for a lot of drama. It will save you from confusion, trying to figure things out. It certainly have saved me from a whole lot. And even being here, going over it again myself, is helping me to really say, okay, this is your area of brilliance. Passion, helping people turn their passion into millions, is who you are. Helping people to master their millions, master their passion, is what I've called you to do. Yes, you're a nurse practitioner, but yes, you can also help nurses like yourself master their millions, help them to master their passion, help them to understand that passion, that nursing, that writing, that speaking is millions. And if they can take their time and settle themselves, be patient, work diligently in that area that God has given you, you will reap it later. Yes, it's not going to be easy, because if I sit here and tell you it's easy to be a millionaire, I'm a liar, right? I know I see a lot of things on Periscope, I see a lot of things on social media that just say, do this and bam, you become a millionaire. I'm not one of those that's going to tell you that. It is not easy to be a millionaire, period. I'm sorry. It's not easy. But is it possible? Absolutely possible. And how do you become that? By continuously on a daily basis mastering, but first figuring out what your passion is, right? So you create a passion plan and then you work it continuously, even when everything is rough. You continue to work it, and what's going to keep you on track is your passion plan. Because the time is going to come when that thing will tell you, it's not happening. The time is going to come where it's going to stop and you can't go anywhere. The time is going to come when it's going to be like, it's just going to be like, oh my God, the time is going to come. But the good news is, once you have your passion plan, that's what you can always go back to give you the strength to continue to move forward, to give you the strength to do what you need to do. So check out Passion Plan. I'm going to go now because I need to get ready for work. So check out Passion Plan, bit.ly/Passion Plan Rocks. God bless you. Andrea, thank you. Good night. I think it's 10 o'clock Eastern time over there now. Good night to everybody over there. Good morning to those who are in Middle East. And God bless you. Have a terrific day. Thank you, Fortune. Have a terrific day. Have a terrific day. Have a terrific day. Please do check bit.ly/Your Passion Plan Rocks, because your passion is worth millions. Bye, everybody. Bye, Andrea. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming. All right. Now let's see how to close this one here.